第4届进博会如约而至，无论是进博会的新朋友还是老朋友，都对进博会充满期待。米其林中国区总裁、首席执行官韦书杰表示，进博会为供应商、客户、决策者以及合作伙伴架起了沟通的桥梁。韦书杰是一个中国通。采访期间，他向记者展示了万里长城的缩小版，并毫不掩饰他的喜爱。他不仅对中国文化如数家珍，也对中国的政策有独特的见解。对于中国提出共同富裕的目标，韦书杰认为，共同富裕就是让每个中国人都拥有同样的可能性、能力和环境，这与捐赠无关，与征税无关。因此，每个中国人在成长过程中都有同样的可能过上幸福富裕的生活。他还表示，米其林虽然来自法国，但是米其林中国就是一家中国公司。从消费端而言，我们在中国就是中国人，这是表达对中国市场承诺的一种很好的方式。
Hello, Camera. Thank you for your time today. Let's begin with the CIIE. The fourth CIIE is on the way. What are you looking for from the CIIE?
This year, our presence in CIIE will be around one very important thematic for our company, and especially for our presence in China, which is a better life in motion. And by bringing this thematic to our CIIE presence this year, we would like to showcase our latest innovation, and not just about tire. I'll let you discover when you will visit us. And also, to bring all the latest technologies that we have in our company, and more globally to explain who we are and how we are going to contribute to the development of China. This year, Michelin is also the president of one of the important special committees of CIIE, which is the smart mobility and green energy. And we join hands with some of our partners in industry, and we make some proposal how we can work together and move toward this direction, which is making the mobility smarter for consumers, for people, and also to work on energy to make it more and more green for the economy of China. And let's say, and last but not least, is we are also going there to meet our partners, to make connections, to meet with industry leaders, to understand the global trends. And when you sum up all these topics, so in a nutshell, we want to say, what does it mean, a better life in motion for Michelin, who we are, collaborate with our partners within a framework of this special committee, and at the end to make more connections and understand the market.
How do you think about the role of the CIIE as a trading platform?
This is a very good question that you asked me, because I never considered CIIE a trading platform.
Really?
Never, no.
Why?
Because from the beginning, last year that was the first time that Michelin contributed and was present in CIIE, because 2 years ago when I went there as a visitor, I told myself there is something more important than just exposing your product in CIIE. For me, CIIE is a platform of connection, connecting people together who are inside China with who are out of China, connecting companies, connecting public administration to private companies, and connecting people who have a know-how and they are searching for opportunities to make the life of people easier more generally. So that's why I never considered the CIIE just a platform. So we go to CIIE, I think that this is the case of all exhibitors. First of all, we would like to better understand Chinese consumers. The Chinese consumers are the most demanding consumers of the world. They have access, thanks to technology, to all informations. They know how to compare products, and they are very demanding because they would like to have the best of the best for their own usage. So this is the first topic. The second topic, we would like to go there to better understand the market. It means that the global trends. Of course, everybody knows greener, more digital economy, but what are the new hints? What are the new things that trigger the new trends in the economy of China? And when you look at everybody and you connect to people, you understand that. And this is the CIIE. And the last topic that I would like also to mention is, as you know, there are around CIIE, there are many other activities. You have the Hongqiao Forum, for example. You have discussion panels around the different topics. It could be about economy, it could be about greener China, it could be about digital, it could be about opening up policies, attracting investment. So you see, CIIE is not a trading platform, it's more than that. And I hope that I convinced you why I always believe that CIIE is more than that. That's why our presence will not be just by showcasing few tires. We would like to show who we are.
As you mentioned, last year was the first time for Michelin to attend the CIIE. Are there any spillover effects? Yes.
You know, our last year presence, as I mentioned to you, we took it very seriously with an outstanding team who managed and brought this, what we called the CIIE project inside our company. Last year, we also make a strong connection, and we started new experimentation and innovation. A concrete example that you can find, because we started this experience last year, is we joined hands with for a better, to enhance the productivity and agricultural activities in China. So we joined hands with China Agricultural University and some other partners around this industry. And we start a project around the farmland ecology and the food safety. And we work on a better harvest in terms of productivity of the farmland. And this project brought us in the table thanks to CIIE. We make connection, we sign the contract, and we have the first results of this collaboration. And at the end, you know, when we have been to CIIE last year we showcased our Formula E car, okay, with this special tire that we designed for that. And at that moment, we said that we are going to innovate around new energy vehicles, and we will design special tires for this kind of cars around the world and for Chinese market. And this is exactly what we did, because after CIIE, at the beginning of this year, we introduced to Chinese market two new products, the e-Primacy and the Pilot Sport EV, which are designed especially for NEV cars in Chinese market. So you see, in a nutshell, we said exactly what we wanted to say, who we are, with, around and beyond tire. We make connections, we find new partners to bring innovation to Chinese market, and in some special segments like NEV. So we introduce after CIIE what we promised during the CIIE.
Let's move to China's business climate. I think you are a witness of China's open hub. What impressed you most?
This is a very comprehensive question, so I will try to answer. There are something which is very important. There is a big shift since last year in the economy of China. Maybe I can develop that later. But this, which is moving from the growth of quantity to the growth of quality, and it changed some rules of the game. And what impressed me, the most for me is how China is capable to continue, this politics of reform and opening up with the dual circulation, because this opening up and dual circulation is very linked together, and this is something that impressed me, because even if you look at this summer, there are many new regulations, for example, for IPO, around data protection, the privacy of people. And I'm really impressed how quick the government is capable to detect these necessary reforms and move toward this direction. And it will also help, this opening up policies also help to have more foreign investment into the Chinese market. And as you know, for example, Michelin company we are increasing our production capacities in China because we are also impressed by the quality of these reforms and the way that these reforms are handled. And we believe that it creates opportunities for us. And the second thing is all about opportunities, because this high quality growth, is great for companies like us, because high quality growth is about what? It's about science. It's scientific. The high quality growth couldn't be without science. That's why many people now they are going to laboratories, to universities to do high-level studies, because the country needs high-level scientists for the high-quality growth of the country. And there is a push also to have big institutions, big laboratories in China. The second one is all about technologies. And technology is not just about digital. It's also about, for example, robotics. It's about manufacturing. It's about processes. And it creates also opportunities. And at the end, a high-quality growth, I hope that you are convinced, is not possible without innovation. So that's why, answering to your question, we see in Michelin company many opportunities for us in this market, because this high-quality growth of China creates opportunities for companies like us, because we are a scientific company, we are a technological company, and I think that I don't need to convince you that Michelin is all about innovation, since the company has been created in 1889. So that's why we are confident, and this is the two topics that really impressed me in the new trends of the economy of China.
So yes, Michelin China is a company in China for China.
Yes, definitively. I will start with one of the sayings of our global CEO, Mr. Menego. He always used to say, "We are a worldwide and global company, and we should respect all the global, rules and international rules." At the same moment, when it goes to consumers, we are French in France, we are Chinese in China, and we are American in US. And I think that this is a very well, way to express our commitment to Chinese market. Michelin arrived to China around 31, 32 years ago, and from the beginning we tried first to understand Chinese consumers before deciding where to put our factories. You understand what I mean? Today, you will be maybe surprised. We don't export from China. We produce in China for China. We design in China, we produce in China for Chinese markets. And this is not because of the crisis of COVID or the global supply chain issues, because some companies now they are trying to localize. But I would like to say, people, my predecessor, who arrived first in China 30 years ago, I think that they strongly felt that in China you should be Chinese, and you should understand Chinese people. We have a strong R&D center in Shanghai. We have our headquarters, so we are in our headquarters today. We have regional teams and offices everywhere in China, and we have just created two new entities. The first one is around a platform of innovation for smart and connected mobility, and the second one we created a business venture for hydrogen mobility. So in China. So you see, we design, we think, we design, we develop, we produce in China for Chinese market, definitively.
Will the next strategy be in China for global?
So, this is not a next strategy, because we have already some activities that we are strongly collaborating with our headquarters in France, but with all my colleagues and headquarters of Michelin around the world. I will give you, for example, one concrete example. The tire that we introduced last year, this NEV tire, this is a collaboration of our R&D center in France and our R&D center in China. Because China is a country of new energy vehicles. So if you would like to test something, design something, you should do that here. So that's why this is a concrete example that in China we are working for global. Another example, this innovation center for a smart and connected mobility, what we call service and solution, is the Asian center. So and the solutions that we will develop in China, so it will be used maybe in different ecosystem for the rest of the world, and maybe a very internal information. Even via an interview, I can share it with you. Our region, China region, we have in company we have 6 transformation. The new strategy of the company has been announced in April this year by our managing partners and the executive committee of the group. I don't know if you had the chance to listen to that. Within this framework, we announced also 6 transformation. I will not go through details, but one of these transformation, we call it data-driven company. It means that we would like to transform digitally our company, especially to make our company a data-driven company. And guess what? Who is the leading region of this transformation in our company? It's China region. And on behalf of our team in China, I'm representing at the group level within this transformation, because we know at the group level that China is digitally extremely developed. We have the best ecosystems like other countries, but we have the most advanced ecosystem, digital ecosystem, and you can leverage and test many innovative business models quickly in Chinese market. For example, in CIIE, because we are also here to talk about CIIE, you will see that we will announce a new digital tool, we call it ULP, that will be available for our consumers in China. So, and it has been developed within a framework of this transformation, and already some of our colleagues around the world are trying to see what we did and to develop the same concept in their countries. And for example, we are working a lot with our colleagues in France, in US, around this data-driven transformation of the company. So you see, doing things from China for the rest of the group in the domains that China is very advanced is not the future strategy, is already the case.
Just as new energy, I think common prosperity is another hot topic this year. Yes. What's your understanding of common prosperity?
Yes, this is a very interesting topic, and I know that it creates many discussion, okay, especially in China about these topics. But let's say I will share with you my point of view, okay, based on my understanding and my readings, and let me bring you back to some essential foundation and purpose. As you know, one of the purpose of the leading party, the Communist Party of China, if you look at the notes of the standing committee, is the willingness of Chinese people for a better life is the mission of the party. You can read it; it's public. Mm-hmm. It means that people are at the heart of the preoccupation and development of Chinese leaders. So when you understand that, you better understand what does it mean common prosperity. For me, common prosperity is not just about, asking companies to pay more tax or asking rich people to pay more tax and distribute that. Is a part of that. Many countries of the world are already doing that. But for me, my understanding, once again, I'm a foreigner, so it's maybe a difficult question, but once again, I'm freely sharing my thought on these topics, for me, is more than that. Common prosperity means how we provide the same, possibilities, capabilities, environment for everybody in China, so they can grow up and develop themselves in the country. So it's not about donation, it's not about tax. For example, one topic that is very important for Michelin company is about education, okay? So how we can provide, people when they talk about common prosperity, they talk about tax, but they forget that having an equal and fair, not fair, but equal, let's say, and the same possibility of education for every kid in China, and maybe let's say for the human being around the world. But now we are talking about common prosperity in China. So bringing this possibility to everybody, of course, is a part of common prosperity. When you look at what China did for the last, 30 years, bringing out of poverty all these people, 300-400 million people out of poverty, I think that this is all about common prosperity. For me, once again, is not about tax, is not about donation, is how we can build a whole ecosystem so every Chinese people have the same possibility to grow up and have a happy and prosperous life.
We are near the end of this year. How do you think about China's economy?
Since I'm in China, I always repeat the same thing. I am confident for the economy of China. Because, first of all, this shift of a Chinese economy from quantity to quality is a big and important shift. You know better than me probably the 14th five-year plan. Inside the 14th five-year plan, you have these three key pillars: science, technology, and innovation. One of the two pillars are greener China and digital China. Beside that, you have another pillar, which is all about opening up policies and dual circulation. So if you combine all of these things, and we see already the implementation of these opening up and reform policies, the economy of China is going toward the right direction. And it creates opportunities for companies who have been already in this mindset. Like us, it means that we have been always an innovative company, and more our innovation capabilities will be recognized by Chinese market. If you look at it, you look at the shift of the economy of China, the structure of 14th five-year plan, the reforms that have been already engaged since March, that the 14th five-year plan has been approved by the standing committee. So things are going to the right direction. After that, it will be challenging because, the world is in a challenging situation. Unfortunately, the sanitary crisis is not yet finished. You see the effect around the world. We are in front of an energy crisis now. You have a supply crisis around the world, and plenty of other crises that will probably arrive around the world that we even don't know today. But when I look at globally at this moment, you should take a helicopter view and look at the things by being very solid and very confident. I'm sincerely confident. And just look at the results of Michelin company, even during the crisis in 2021. Look at our investment that we continue doing in China. And even now we are diversifying our activities in China. We have been very centered in entire business in China for the last 30 years. And when we see all these opportunities, so we would like to become important player in China for smart and connected mobility and also hydrogen mobility. And we took concrete action already to go toward this direction.
All right, I look forward to more good news next year.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so that I will give you some more news about this the development of Michelin Group in China in next year.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.